I saw that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good girl.
Thank you. Hello, we're here,
Hi.
supposedly.
Yeah.
Do I believe it? I don't believe it until my existence is validated. Do you know what we never do on these?
You're real.
And we should probably do? Because
What?
what if somebody somehow stumbles onto us?
Oh, you mean saying
Saying
that
our
I'm John
name.
Brownstone and you're Kayla Lords?
And this is Loving BDSM, and this is our monthly hangout, virtual Munch, whatever. Hi. I want to say hi to the people who are here. Hi, Silent Wing. Hi, X. Hi, Eva. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mr. Spock. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Little Love. Hi, Just Me. Hi, MJ. Hi, Rara. Hi, Sir Schmoopsy Pants.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to Friday evening.
We knew that was coming, right? We all knew that was coming. You even did it in what will be Monday's video, the home office tour vlog. People who are on Patreon, some of them have already seen it, and you literally from across the room, you're like, "Hi, folks." Can't even help yourself.
I am
Heather.
who I am.
I know something. It's blue. I would also like to report. Hi, Christy. I would like to report that the manicure still did fairly well with the second run in with sanding today. Did not fare quite as well. I definitely need to change my polish now, but it's still holding up. Hollow Taco fucking holds up. That's all I'm gonna say. And no, this is not purple. And also the next one won't be purple. I have a pink I haven't worn yet that I want to wear. So, and it too will have some level of sparkle on top of it. Hi, Missy. Hi, Maddie. So, yes, I know it's not purple.
No.
It feels weird not to be wearing purple. Hi, V. So, what else?
I am what I am.
I don't feel like did we arrive like a minute and a half late? Yeah. But I don't feel like we slid into Friday night like with our ass on fire like we usually do. It feels like a very chilled week, which is probably why I've been eating my feelings all night. You know, all those wrappers you keep finding?
Yes, I know.
That's been me. Rara, they are amazing. Oh, yeah, I'm not at all shocked, Rara, that you got that pink. That pink, I'm not even a pink person. And I was like, I really like that pink. They need a purple creme. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting on. But they do have a couple of purple duochromes and many purple glitters. And I don't own them, except for one duochrome, but I do like them. So, oh my gosh, Heather! Oh my gosh!
Wow. Well, we are certainly happy to have you here in the middle of the night.
Right? Would you like to be called Cougar Alley? Cougar Alley? Alice? I'll call you whatever you'd like. But hello, by the way, and welcome. You are not the only Canadian here. Well, welcome from Canada. That is a sad thing, Silent. Well, I got to buy some mostly because I kept getting gift certificates. Like for Mother's Day, I got a couple of gift certificates. And now I have to be on a nail polish buying hiatus. Not because I don't have storage, not because I don't want any more, not because they're not beautiful. But, yeah. Some of you, if you know, you know. And I'm on a hiatus, it's fine.
Stuff she shouldn't be, Eva.
I had some Cheez-Its. I had some Cheetos. There's a cheese theme.
I thought there was some Fritos
There were some
too
Fritos.
earlier.
Yes. I did eat some blueberries with some whipped cream on top.
Okay.
And the watermelon. And then, you know that gray silicone little spoon you got?
Yeah.
It is perfect for the peanut butter jar.
Oh my God. That's not quite what I got it for,
Hi,
but...
Mark. Hi, Dustin. Yeah. Hi, little miss. I saw somebody else. Hi, CPR Reynolds. So. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I mean... I actually was not, I was hungrier than normal today, earlier in the day. I wonder if being out in the heat might have done that. I don't know. I never go in the heat on purpose.
It has a way of doing that.
But I'm pretty sure it's my emotions. I'm just eating my feelings.
I had Kayla
Liz.
hard at work.
Hi, Sharon.
in the shop today, we did numerous resin pours.
We did. Hi, Kim. Hi, Melissa. We did some pretty colors, too. They're all, like, curing now. So we're not going to touch them. But they're pretty.
And then I helped her, or she helped me, mill up a 7-foot board of cherry.
You working around a saw, even though I know you take all safety precautions, I know you take all of that seriously, I trust you. But the whole time, like, my body's tense, like, this will be the moment he cuts a finger off, and there'll be blood everywhere, and I will have to deal with the blood. Now, there is a part of me going, oh no, that would be so sad if JP lost a finger. But also, all I keep thinking about is how I don't think I can handle the sight of blood. So if I look a little tense.
I wasn't watching you. I was watching what I was doing so that I don't cut off a finger.
And I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't need to make you jittery, but I was like, this will be the moment. Also, the other times I think it'll happen are when I know you're doing something with a saw, and I need to take a shower, and I know I wouldn't hear you if the worst happened. I'm like, this'll be the moment.
Okay.
Junie. So, hi, Sassy Vanessa. Oh my gosh. So, but.
Yeah, I know, right, V? I just get an entire suit of armor.
It's weird because I know that you've been doing this for a very long time. So far, the only, like, quote, accident we've had is one we talk about all the time because it's the only damn accident. There's no way, this is not the royal we that you've had. And I know that you're, like, you take safety really, really seriously. I know all of that. But also, I'm an anxious human being who can imagine the worst and does and tries to plan for it. And the thing I can't plan for is blood because, I just, I'll clean up dog puke any day. Please don't make me deal with anybody I love's blood. I just am not going to be able to handle it.
Well, Lynn, what I was doing today, I started out with the circular saw.
I didn't even know what any of those things were called. I just knew they cut.
And then I broke out the table saw.
Sure. I held the wood. That was my job. And then I got told I was holding too tight. And I was like, but it might move and you might cut your head off. Ah! Like, I was very... I too was taking safety very seriously. Oh, God.
And then in between, I was turning stuff on the lathe.
And Mr. Spock, you are assuming that he knows where his cell phone is at any given moment.
What?
Mr. Spock was commenting on how, if I'm not around or, whatever, you might hurt yourself. That's what cell phones are for. You would have to have it in reach. And you...
It's usually in my pocket.
Not always. You notoriously leave it in places.
When I'm in the house, when I'm outside, it is in my pocket,
but if
and that's where it stays.
Like, if you have cut off your whole arm, how are you going to reach for that cell phone? You better scream loud. Oh, God, it makes
And anyway, it wouldn't do me any damn good to have my phone to call you because you have your phone in the bedroom on silent.
And I'd be in the shower. That's the whole point. That better be a blood-curdling scream. Hopefully the neighbors will be like, what? Why is somebody screaming hysterically? Maybe we should poke our head out the door and I'll just be humming to my music or listening to a podcast while I wash my hair.
So, and then I was turning on the lathe today, too.
Yeah. And you did some buffing.
Yep.
You did all kinds of stuff. And I was your shop elf. And when I wasn't your shop elf, I was doing admin stuff here at my desk. This is the most, like, I'm not used to these kinds of Fridays yet or ever or anymore. Because normally I spend Friday trying to get as much done as possible so I don't have to work on the weekend. And I actually did that yesterday. Mm-hmm. I'm not used to this new life yet. And I don't know how I feel about it.
And Junie, yes, I mean, my entire goal is to keep all my fingers intact and toes too at that point,
I mean, just like cutting off a whole arm, as X said, would take talent. I think cutting off toes would also take talent. could that saw go through those industrial strength Crocs you wear? I'm not sure that a saw could. I'm just saying. Should it be able to? Probably, but Crocs. Look, he's happy. You haven't cut off a toe or an arm or any other body part yet. I have that paranoid, anxious feeling of this will be my luck. It'll happen now, and I won't know what to do, and because of me, you'll die. Like, that's where my mind goes. That is the thought process.
Oh, God.
And I'll be like, why did he make me a shop elf? I am the least qualified human being on the planet to do this.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, X, and he's not getting out of work if he does. So I will prop his ass up in that shop and be like, I need some product. We have to sell these things. Oh my gosh. Hello, is it Kaya? Please tell me how to say your name, but hello, welcome. What else is going on for us? I'm drinking a Sprite Zero because it has no sugar, no calories, and no caffeine. That is all as sad as it sounds. But I'm doing it, and by decreasing the amount of caffeine I take in, I sleep better 75% of the time. Fucking sucks, though. I want my caffeine back.
I kind of miss it just because I'm used to having something to sip on, but now I have water, and
because you didn't have water before?
Well, I
now I have this new thing. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called water. Oh my God. I did it to myself. I have no one to blame but myself, though it does feel good to give you a little bit of grief. I've been a little like, I am not. Ow! I am not. Ow! Oh. Ow! That was my finger. You know, I mean, only 5 words a week, but I do write for a living. That really hurts for real.
That's the point.
Oh, Junie, I'm pretty sure I can find the 10th of a penny we make on monetized videos. I will refund you that 10th of a penny. I was looking at the analytics for some videos that have, like, you know, for us, decent numbers on them, and they were like, your estimated earnings are 24 cents. I was like, oh, we definitely don't do this for the money. Oh my gosh. Ow, you hit my finger.
Shouldn't have had your finger in the way.
I'll just bite it off and put it in my pocket.
There you go. So, but yeah, I'm down to only 2 cups of coffee in the daytime now.
And yeah, you don't even put cream or sugar in your first cup.
No, my hot coffee I drink black now.
I can't. We hadn't gotten there yet, but we also haven't purchased the coffee. I think I maybe could drink black, but no. But I don't always put sweetener in my coffee anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I just put cream. It's kind of weird. I mean, I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. It's just like, wait, I made how I drink my coffee part of my identity, which is probably where I went wrong. And I'm like, who am I?
So, no, that's not a ruler, Junie. That's one of the slapsticks.
Yep, and it's not modeled off of a ruler. It's modeled off of a paint
stick. Yeah,
paint stick. But, you know, it could be, you could pretend it's modeled off of a ruler except for the end.
Yeah.
Which normally has like a piece of like pleather that is you can hang. And this is where my mind is gone. I don't know when we'll get to do like an event where we can be the kinkery at an event, hopefully at Christmas time this year or the holidays.
Yeah.
But I already figured out what I want the display to look like. Don't worry about me just putting that together in my head while I'm hoping you don't cut off any fingers. This is fine.
Heather, so. I used to be able to drink coffee right up until the time I go to bed and just fall right to sleep and sleep all night.
Yeah, you could.
And things have changed and I can't anymore.
No, and I know it was oh, and yes, I'm quite red after all that if anybody is interested. I did not think it was affecting me, even though I knew I wasn't sleeping well. And then I was trying like every non-medication trick to lower my blood pressure, and nothing was working. And then, I reduced my caffeine intake and started getting better sleep, and my blood pressure started going back down. Who knew? So I'd see these like top 10 lists or top 8 lists for things you can do to reduce your blood pressure naturally, and I would do everything on the list but reduce caffeine and get more sleep. So apparently those two, at least for me, appear to work. Also, am I officially old because I'm worried about my blood pressure? I don't drink caffeine after a certain time of day. Is this what 41 and a half looks like? If you're younger than me, just wait. Your turn's coming. Oh, Eva, we make her homemade puppuccinos. I keep whipped cream on hand. She's not going without. We also discovered she loves watermelon.
Yes.
Eat it all day if we let her. Silent Winged, I'm just trying to get single color paddles out at this point. The rainbow paddle, I hadn't even gotten to play with that. Too many things trying to do at once.
I've got a big slab of sweet gum that
That's
I need.
a wood. If you're like, sweet gum comes in slab, what is it? It's a wood.
And I need to get that cut up for you so that way you can play with colors on it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I need some scrap wood. So
and I've got some ash. Oh, I've got plenty of scrap wood.
Well, you never give it to me? I don't go digging through your wood because I don't know what I'm touching that's good, that's bad, that's you've already envisioned in your mind what it's going to be in 10 years. Like, I don't know. I don't touch your wood. Also, I haven't been that way either. All of the innuendo.
There's a double meaning to that.
Yeah, I haven't touched that either. So, did I say hi to Brady Ann? Hi, Brady Ann. So, wood gallery? Wood gallery?
I don't know.
I'm sure we probably talked about something, and I have completely forgotten. So, Silent, please feel free to.
That's Junie. That's red oak.
Which one is what?
The Rough Rider.
Yeah. For now, until you start replacing it with something else.
Yep.
What is it you think you might replace it with? Was it ash?
Yeah.
Yeah. We are getting. We talked a few weeks ago. We got a new wood supplier, and better wood, better prices.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna move away from red oak. But, so.
Yeah,
I need that on a T-shirt, don't I, X?
I'm moving away from the big box stores for wood.
Yeah, for as much as we can on stuff, quite frankly.
And found a local sawmill. We talked about that in the last Patreon.
And we talked about it in a bonus section, at least two bonus sections. So when you're on the site, if we make, like, the slapsticks are made with different woods, when you select a wood, you can see a picture of the product made in that wood. So that's one way. That's, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we could probably at some point make a section on the site that just talks about that shows pictures of the woods we work with. I mean, yeah, I can add that to the mental to-do list. So. Amy, we're actually pretty good. You're pretty good about that. You don't track in a lot of wood.
No, I don't.
I mean, he comes in the house nearly naked in order to not do it.
Yeah, I in the early days I did. Anymore now I work with my T-shirt untucked, which keeps chips and stuff from getting in my pockets
Yeah. Oh God.
and down my pants.
I do remember before you did that.
Yeah.
All the times, or before you started doing a lot of the desk collection stuff, and sometimes you still do. All his T-shirts have a pocket because he's always got stuff he's got. And there would just be wood chips and shavings in the pocket on his T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I also wear an apron when I work, which helps keep it down. And I normally strip off in the garage before I come in the house too.
Thankfully, he remembers to close the garage door first.
Yeah, well, you know.
Eva,
I don't want to scare the neighbors.
We haven't gone back because we're still working through the first
Still working through the first,
which is a great problem to have.
Yeah, I have one more slab of wood to mill out from our first trip there. So, but I'm stomping at the bit.
I know. You got to sell more shit so you have some money to go
I
buy
know,
some more
I
shit.
I know.
That's the new rule. Sell it and then you can go buy some more stuff. Yeah, no, Heather, I don't complain. It used to be better, and when I say better, for friends of mine, when we lived in the house before this one, where we rented, because the way my computer was positioned, I could be on like a Skype call with one of my friends, and JB would walk into the laundry room from the garage, which was directly behind me, and so he'd be half naked or stripping down while my camera was pointed that way. And at least one of my friends was like, I missed that because we don't have that in this house. There's just a wall right behind me. She's like, I don't get to see JB like get nearly naked every time I call. And I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, because in the rental we had a mud room.
Yeah.
And yeah, the way Kayla's desk was set up in the living room, it was just like a...
And you never remembered. You never thought to look. I never remembered to tell you.
Well, the first time it was totally by act. Yeah.
Well, that's true. The first time. So you were saying all the other times you were like, oh, there she is. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sir Oopsie Pants asked, any suggestions for wood suppliers besides big box stores?
I would... one of the ways I found... just do a Google search, sawmills near me.
Yep. They're usually... Well, depending on where you live, there's usually several. Right?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, I mean, here there are several of them.
Lots and lots. And the place we now go to was a recommendation or a name drop or whatever from the local woodworkers, group or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And he's really got some good stuff. We didn't get any last time, but next time we go, he's got some Purple Heart.
Big old slabs of it. You know how much
Yeah.
stuff we can make with that amount of Purple Heart? Oh my God.
And if I remember correctly, I think he had some Bloodwood too.
Oh, he had everything.
Yeah.
He had Bloodwood. He had Purple Heart. He had, did he have, what was it? There was another one that he had that was one of those red ones that I like. It was the...
Paduke?
I think it was the Paduke. He had several.
Yeah.
He had several. Eva had a question for you.
Eva, I've been loving it. I haven't been able to get out as much as I want to because we've been having a lot of rain.
Florida summer rain.
Florida summer. June 1st hit and the switch flipped and we entered rainy season. So, I do have some things. I'm going to show off because I'm proud of these.
You should show off whatever you want to show off. It's show and tell. A quick Lola update. She's amazing, as we already mentioned. She has discovered she likes watermelon. We're now done with our watermelon, so I don't know when she's going to get more again. We think she likes bananas, too.
Yeah.
We'll test that theory at some point.
You know, in addition to Kayla doing her keychain.
No, I just know what I like, Mr. Spock. I just know what I like. I'm not an expert, but I know which ones I like.
And I've been playing with resin for cane handles.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the first ones that I made.
It's a teal and a purple that in person actually looks purple. On camera, it looks a little bit more blue. So I don't know how it's coming up for y'all. you did that.
Mm-hmm.
We showed you assembling that cane on Kinkery's
Yep.
Instagram.
And had to also poured some red and black.
Mm-hmm.
And there's it, all ready to go.
Yeah, just needs a little bit of Delrin in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And today, have to wait for this to cure now before I can do anything with it. Did a pink and black.
Yep. Yeah, we
Did two of these.
the pigments we use, we have mica and we have liquid pigment. We're having to make our own pink.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trip because we're not getting the pink I want. I have a feeling we have to get some more stuff. We made other pink things today. So
Yeah.
and I know we're gonna do. I definitely think we're gonna do a bunch of combos of black and a color, and then we'll work on some other combos of colors too.
Yep.
But yeah, you did that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've already felt that today. Thanks. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't like the cane. I like to sell
So
them.
yeah, but
I don't need
I'm real
them.
happy with the way these are coming out, and yeah, there's gonna be seeing more of this.
And no, we're not purposely doing it right now, but the plan is like whatever we make in a cane handle, you're also going to do with an evil stick handle too, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be acrylics in those too.
And Amy, yes, that is
My
something I definitely have in the plans, to do some stabilized wood in the resin for a paddle or even a handle.
Right. Didn't you say you showed me some blanks that were resin and wood combos that you're going to turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's really a matter of there's not enough hours in the day to make all the things we want to make. So we're trying to be really strategic and methodical, to get ready for the holiday season. So a lot of hopefully we'll have a lot of interesting things to start busting out by like September, October time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been working with this stuff a lot, and I also started doing some cane handles with exotic woods. I've got a set of 3 that I'm doing. Right now I've got some black and white ebony, some purple heart, and Bacote.
Yeah.
Silent, I am trying. I have not been very successful in finding someone to help me with the leather work side of it.
Do you mean to teach you how to do it or to do it for you?
Either or.
Yeah, the teaching. Yeah, I know there are people out there, but finding somebody. And our best contact for that is now 2.5 hours away from us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
But when I end up going back to Orlando and actually going to the woodshed, there may be somebody there. I'll put a bug in their ear.
Yeah. No. So yeah, we've got a lot of things we're working on. We are practicing with a couple of resin paddles, which we have a prototype made right now. We got to put it through its paces, not on my ass, but in other ways to make sure it's sturdy enough that we're like, okay, even somebody who should know better but is going to do something foolish won't be that foolish.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we're working on that. But, I give 2 full days in the shop.
You do.
And I look forward to those days. I also worry that it's not enough, but that's... I guess unless we start working weekends, which we might, getting closer to the holidays, we might just have to.
Yeah.
But
everybody's talking about floggers, and floggers are near and dear to my heart.
I love a good flogger.
And I know for her, the right flogger and the right pace, it's like a massage. It's for her,
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that would be kind of the dream if either could find a good supplier that we trust
Yeah.
and can depend on, or we learn the skills to do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of doing it myself because then I control it.
Yeah.
I know y'all are
I
shocked
know.
by that. But either way, yeah, that's a
Mm-hmm.
long-term thing. So, what else? Anything? Anything? The cats are still going at it because
Mm-hmm.
that's what they do.
Excuse me. Yeah, the cats are doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, punching bag, but you know, MJ, punching bags don't give you a reaction.
Yeah,
They
I'm
don't. Oh, and ow, and squirm.
I mean, every style of hitty thing comes across my ass a few times in development. I know what they all feel like. The resin, whoo, you cannot swing too hard on that. I'm actually more concerned about how it holds up when somebody's like smacking it against something that's not a body part. Because I just know how some people are. They like the noise, they like to test it, they like to whatever, they like to do an intimidation thing, whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I took the one resin paddle that we made just to test it out, and I slammed it down on
I
the
know, you scared me.
on the table saw table.
Yeah, both the table saw table and the paddle survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
We need a Kayla seal of approval.
They all have my seal of approval because I want to sell them. But I just apologize when we sell a cane and an evil stick. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll wrap it up with love for you, but I'm so sorry. Yeah, Eva, we do need to get it filled up. It's a little
bare lately, yeah.
But I get it. People are like, it's for some of us, if not all of us, it's like we're being let out again. So, like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't paying attention and are doing other things and are like living their life in a different way, and good for them.
Well, you know, X, yeah. I mean, it was flat, it's solid, hard, and I just wanted to give it a couple good whacks to really see how it.
Yeah, it didn't chip. It didn't
chip,
crack.
didn't crack, nothing. It held
Nothing.
up.
And I think part of it is
And the
we're
sound
doing,
made her jump like
Oh
a
my God, I didn't like it.
scared cat.
But we're doing thick resin. The thinnest resin we're working with is on our keychains, and even that, there's a couple that we're like, I think that's too thin. We don't think they'd be able to stand up to a bunch of keys being on them, and we're just not gonna. So.
Yeah, one day, X. One day. One day. I mean, my table saw is a little bit of a toy, but for now, it does what I need it to do.
So.
A little portable job like a job site table saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw the second episode of Loki this week.
Yeah.
It was good. And so every other thing I've ever seen with Loki in it, not that it's just this show, and I'm trying not to do any spoilers, but every single other thing, every movie that I've seen Loki in, he always does that looks like a double cross. And then by the end, it's not really a double cross, and I'm never quite sure, is it because he went, oh shit, I'm about to get fucked, like, they're about to catch me because I did a double cross, and they pretend it's not a double cross? I don't know. So at the end of episode 2, it looks like a double cross, but I don't trust it as a double cross.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but it's still good. It's still interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's still interesting. So, hi CDC, hi Shybean, hi Shelby. I saw several people coming. I didn't get to say hi to them.
CDC, I got interested in resin years ago. When I started just doing the wood turning, when I started making pens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've been making your own pen blanks for a while.
Some of the pens that I sold were either resin or like hybrid wood and resin. And I bought some simple tools to make my own pen blanks. And then, as I'm wont to do, I was like, well, how can I kink this up and bring what I'm doing here in the Nilla world and bring it into the stuff I'm doing kink.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I've been doing. But yeah, when I used to do the craft shows, the resin was always the ones that seemed to sell the best. The colors.
It's the colors.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, yeah, there are definitely people who love the beauty and simplicity of just wood and wood grain. But yeah, the color gets a lot of people's attention.
Yeah.
It certainly gets my attention. I love mixing resin. Like, I don't know shit about color theory or art or any of that stuff, and I'm just like, let's put this stuff together, let's stir it up. When we did the pink and black handle that's curing now, I was like, you're gonna let me mix up the pink, right? Because we know how to do the black. It's black and then we put some sparkle in it. It's like, well, we've got to like tinker with this pink because we don't have a pink. We have to make it.
Look who just popped in.
Hi, Loki. We were just
Loki.
talking about you. Oh, God, congratulations, Dustin, on your first.
Yeah,
house.
congratulations. And yeah, I still do intend to make the pens, but at this point, the way things are, it's just going to be a special order kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple things. Hold on. Everything. Okay, Eva, we have not gotten back to Lucifer yet.
No.
Are we still in season 2? I think we're still in season 2.
We're
Our Saturday night plan with the 15-year-old is to binge watch some episodes.
Saturday nights we do like a family movie night. The whole family sits and we watch a movie or we watch some TV shows.
Been watching TV shows
lately.
Yeah.
And we decided that we're gonna start doing Lucifer.
Well, we took a break from our shows because the 11-year-old is gone for the summer, and
True.
we're not going to get ahead in the show without him being able to watch it.
Yeah.
So while we're on the break and we're trying to get through Lucifer, we've switched over to Lucifer. Especially since the 15-year-old keeps going, are we going to watch Lucifer tonight? Do you want to watch Lucifer tonight?
Yeah.
Like, we can't watch TV every night. And then, hold on. Dustin, I did not see all of Ragnarok, but the 15-year-old watched apparently the first season or the first bit of it ages ago, and then he found out the second season was on Netflix, and he binge watched that over like a day or two, and I ended up catching parts of it. It was a very interesting. I think that was the one. I think that was the one he watched. Ragnarok. Was that the one he watched?
Yeah.
And it was interesting. It was an interesting take on the whole thing. So.
And Heather, no, I do not personally wear any cologne.
You just smell good in general.
I have horrible allergies, and because of years of abuse, my sniffer doesn't sniff very well.
Shit. Now I know it's either very strong or I've laid it on thick. When I can hold like my wrist all the way up to your nose, I'm like, do you smell that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's great because I haven't worried about morning breath in years because you're not gonna smell it. I mean, unless it was like a serious dragon breath situation.
Yeah.
But it usually is not. I mean, no, I actually don't wear a lot of scents in general these days just because I don't think about it that much. But when I do, I just tend to wear what I like, and because you can't really smell it. And I just like how you smell after you're out of the shower anyway. I'm like, oh, you smell good. You're like, that was soap. I'm like, well, I like your soap. Or as it usually happens, like in the middle of, like at night, we're in bed and somehow my nose is in your pit. And I'm like, you smell good. And you're like, oh, that's called deodorant. I'm like, well, I like it.
I mean, even the laundry detergent uses is free and clear. It's got no coloring additives or scents or anything like that to it.
Yeah, and we did that both for you and the 11-year-old. He had some allergies, and some
Yeah.
skin sensitivities
Mhm,
to fragrances. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Dustin, do me a favor. Reach out to me through my Southern Sir email on that,
Yep.
and we'll see what we can do for that.
Lynn, I too am in a book phase. I mean, I'm watching Lucifer and Loki, but
Yeah.
I've been slamming through some books.
You have.
It's been great.
You have. I started reading next month.
Did you already start it?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm on the second chapter.
Oh, good. Come on, man. We only have one copy. Hey!
Put your hand down. Put your arms down.
Ow! Ow! But, yeah, I joined NetGalley, and I actually got approved by a publisher to review one of their books, and then it ended up being a really good book.
Okay.
The one I was trying to explain to you the other
Yes,
night. And I sounded like a
yes,
crazy
yes.
lady. There were so many subplots in this book. I was like, okay, so see, there's these 3 witches, and they all have partners. And then there's this 4th witch, and she, like, tries to stir up stuff. And then this thing happens, and then that guy got turned into a frog. And he's just like, what the hell are you trying to tell me? And I'm like, it's a good book. It's a good book. So... But yeah,
That's all right. I'm reading 2 books. I'm reading the the book
Playing Well with Others.
Playing Well with Others, and I'm also reading this really, really deep read called Dinosaur Lake.
Dinosaur Lake. Is it fantasy? Sci-fi?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about a park in Oregon that has a lake in it, and the lake is a caldera from an old volcano, and they've been experiencing earthquakes, and a dinosaur is now living in the lake. It's basically Jaws, and you take out the shark and insert
Is it a
dinosaur.
book version of Sharknado, but it's just Dino-nado?
No, it's not Sharknado or Dino-nado.
Kim, the book's actually not out yet. I got an advanced review copy, but it will be out in December or January. I'm not 100% sure which. It's called A Letter to 3 Witches by Elizabeth Bass, I think. Yeah. I reviewed it on Goodreads. I haven't popped it up on my Instagram yet. But yeah, it's not even out yet. That's how advanced of a review copy it is. It's pretty good though, and then it got left open at the end for there to be more in the series. So. But,
And been spending a little time playing video games again. I've dusted off this old video game I had called BioShock.
okay.
It's a first-person shooter.
I knew it was. I was gonna ask, and I was like, am I even saying the right words? I don't know.
Yeah. Those are what I've always liked to play, and dusted it off and been playing with that again.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I support you. I spent a couple days over the weekend. I don't remember doing a lot of cross stitching, living my best cross stitch life. I was on a color for like 2,000 stitches. I was like, this color's never gonna be done. It's never gonna be done. I'm gonna have to use this color forever. I still have 10,000 more stitches just of that color to go. But that's because this particular cross stitch is 240 plus thousand stitches. So 89 colors.
Yeah.
It's a big one. It's a behemoth. So, And our gamer friends.
Yeah.
They all perked up.
Yeah. I've played Fallout 1 and 2, but never really.
Yeah, my eyes tend to glaze over.
I know.
Sometimes I've thought, wouldn't it be funny? And I don't know why I've thought this, because I don't know what the point would be, and I would probably get bored with it in about 5 minutes. But I was like, wouldn't it be fun if I just like went online and streamed myself being bad at video games and learning how to do them? Because let me promise you, even in my tween and teen years, when we got our first Nintendo, back when there was the rifle game and the race car game,
Yeah.
even then I was that person who moved her whole body. And that's,
goodness.
for you young ones out there, that was way before the fucking Wii made you move. It's just when you just did, because you thought you just moved with the car. I mean, I think I shot some pixelated ducks for a few months there. Missed every one of them, but, you know. So. I mean, right now the 11-year-old's not even in the state, so he's fine. But they are usually in their rooms while we're streaming. They tend to close their door, and we close the door to the office. We don't advertise to them what we make, but they also come into the office, and it's a working office, so they see things. I think the 11-year-old willfully just doesn't. He's just like, I didn't see whatever that was. The 15-year-old, though, is like, is that what I think that is? And I'm like, what do you think it is? And that's when you learn how little or much they know. But we don't, like, just let things just lie around. We do put things away, but sometimes they just walk in and you're, like, standing there with a paddle in your hand because you got to put it in a box. And we're pretty matter-of-fact about it, and they're pretty matter-of-fact about it. Kids, my experience has been, at least with our kids, they adjust and adapt. If you don't freak out about something, they usually won't freak out. If you encourage questions and answer them age-appropriately but pseudo-honestly, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are at a point now where I'm like, do you really want to know what this is? And then usually it's like, no, I don't really want to know. It's like, yeah, you don't want to hear your mom use those words. We're going to keep it that way.
Yeah.
But
I mean, early on in the beginning, you know, when the oldest at that time, he was about the 11-year-old. He just wants to go about his business and do his thing, and you know. The 15-year-old, he was always very inquisitive. You know, what's this? What's
nosy.
that?
Let's use the correct word.
Okay.
Nosy. I had to shame him the other day. He walked up behind where I was sitting, and normally he's to give me a hug. I was at my desk, and he just, I was doing the thing for the shop on Pride, and he read the whole thing. He just looked over my shoulder and read what was on my screen, and it was all under our kink stuff, so it wasn't like vanilla safe stuff I wouldn't have cared. And I went, not only was he looking, he was standing there long enough to read everything. Now, most of what was said there, I would have been fine. It was fine for him to know that, but it was the fact that he just thought he could read my screen without permission, and I had to get on to him about it. He apologized.
Yeah.
But
and
so there's that too.
At that time, I was just making some paddles and canes. And the paddles, I told them they were charcuterie boards.
Yeah, that ship sailed.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's in on the joke now.
Yeah.
I mean, not the guy at the sawmill.
No.
I feel like we should feel bad for lying to that little old man, but I don't feel bad.
Yeah, right? I know.
So.
And,
the Mario lean. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. And Shy, I don't remember where I saw it, but it was the coolest thing. It was somebody had like a rental place, and it had a secret dungeon. You moved 2 bookcases along the wall, and there was a whole room behind there with a dungeon in it. It was very cool. Very cool.
You know, this is going to probably be sacrilegious to our world. I don't care about having a special room to play. Partly because my mind goes, that's just another room I'll feel guilty that I never get to go in because I do too many other things. And it will just be there, taunting me, gathering dust. Why aren't you in here using this room of your house? I'm good. I don't need a special room that I'm not going to use.
and sushi boards was another one I used. Yes.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, we did have, or I had some folks from Habitat for Humanity, their rehab, came by to pick up a old refrigerator, and I had a whole row of paddles hanging in the garage with the top coat drying, and they saw them. They didn't say anything, but I saw the look on their face. And it was like, yeah, I do wood turning. I make pens, I make bowls and different things. And I said, with COVID, and the loss of craft shows, things kind of nosedive, and I started making shot paddles.
Here's what cracks me up. They gave each other a look and never said anything, and you were like, let me confess a lie. I've just gotten really good at acting it like it's not fucking there. You currently have them up, and this happened, I think, oh gosh, maybe when the Papa colors are up.
Mm-hmm.
You got 4 paddles hanging right now in the finishing process, and the neighbors, our neighbors aren't overly nosy. They're not like coming to our front door, thank you Jesus, but they will like come into the driveway a little bit sometimes to talk, and I'm like, keep looking over my shoulder. I will stare you down. You see what you see up there. I don't care.
The one of the guys that was there, I mean, he's looking around, and I've got racks and racks of wood and stuff, and he's like, oh, so you're a woodworker. What do you do?
Yeah, when they ask, but that's why we have the cover.
Yeah.
You do make pens and bowls. I mean, not that often, not anymore.
Right.
But you do. No, I knew we were gonna have to have a cover story for the sawmill, because when 2 or more wood people get together, they want to talk about what the fuck they make.
Yeah.
We knew that one. But yeah, for like looky-loos, or like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? If they don't say anything,
yeah,
and not saying nothing, just stare you down. Yeah, I know they're back there. It's fine. What, you got a question? Now, that being said, we do try to be respectful when the house cleaners come, which they're going to be coming a lot less now, but whatever. We do put things away. Like they didn't ask to see. I mean, I'm sure they see some shit going into people's houses, but they didn't ask to see all that, so we do put stuff away.
Yeah.
But no, we've told this story before a few times. I think the very first time either kid probably encountered a sex toy was because I said, yeah, you can go into our bathroom to use the bathroom, wash your hands, whatever you need to do, because the other bathroom was taken, and we had a dildo on the counter, but I didn't make a big deal out of it, and they didn't freak out. I don't even think they noticed it. And I think it depends on the kid, and I think it depends on the stage that they're at. So, like, I mean, both of the boys could not find their shoes if they were, like, touching them. Like, they only know where their shoes are when their shoes are on their feet. So, like, they're that oblivious. If I don't point out there's a sex toy somewhere and I accidentally leave it out and let them go into the bedroom. Now, the 50-year-old has gotten wise, so if he goes into our bedroom maybe to use our bathroom or whatever, he is looking. And I'm like, well, if you're going to be that nosy, I'm not apologizing for what you might find. Stop looking. But he is older. So there are times when they don't even notice. Like, they just don't even see anything. And then there are times I see something, and I want to believe they'll just ask, but I know, like, the 11-year-old is at such an awkward age right now. He's like, I don't want to ask you anything. I don't want to talk about this with you at all. So,
well, see, that's what's funny about our 15-year-old ex. We respect his privacy because he says he wants his privacy, and we respect it. he doesn't respect ours sometimes.
No, he does not. I think it's a kid thing, though. I swear, I was in my mid-20s before I finally just stopped barging into my mom's bedroom. You want to know what stopped me? When I found her condoms. And then I went, oh, this ain't the mom of my childhood. Okay, I just won't be. But I was, she'd get allowed that freedom when I was a kid. And I was, truly, I was 23. And I went, oh, I barged in. And went looking for something, and found more than I wanted, and then I stopped. But we do respect their privacy.
And you know, love, we did the same thing. You know, when they did have questions or do have questions, you know, we keep it age appropriate.
I do like, with both of them being boys, that we do sort of normalize the fact that sex toys are a thing. Like, I don't know how they'll be in their interpersonal relationships as they get older, but the one thing that they will not be raised to do, at least, is to think that sex toys are bad for themselves or a partner. And whether they use them or not, that'll be their choice, but it won't be because there's any sense of shame about it, not at least not from us, or that it's taboo or they're not supposed to do it, or you know, whatever some of the things are that people think about. Those kinds of things. So.
Ooh, excuse me.
Baby got a bubble. Hey, I can do that thing I used to do for the boys when they were babies. I know how to burp you, so you won't spit up on me, but you'll get a good burp out of you. Yep. So.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just banging into the desk.
Careful there. Don't want to hurt the desk.
I know. This $10 IKEA table. Shit. Not want to hurt that.
Right? Just this little rocky table.
Yeah. Night, Eva.
Good night, Eva. Have a good one.
No. I mean, 15-year-old likes to think that he likes to say things like he thinks going to shock me. And so when I know he's doing it for shock value, I just turn it around and I'll say something not graphic, but I'll say something that's probably kink related, and then he's reminded of how little he knows, because he'll stop and he'll look at me and go, what? I'm like, don't mess with me. I can shock you more than you will ever shock me. Thank you very much. So, but yes, can we please educate the next generation about the difference that whips are not catch-all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's still one of my pet peeves. Stop calling everything a whip.
Ella's on a roll back there.
Ella is singing the song of her people.
Yes.
Ella the cat has a specific meow that literally sounds like hello. It woke me up. The first time I ever heard it, it woke me up from a dead sleep because I thought somebody was saying hello, and it was the fucking cat. I think she does it when she thinks she's completely alone, which means a 15-year-old probably does have his door closed right now. We're closed in here, and she is wandering the house going, hello. Oh my gosh. She's got a very clear and insistent meow.
Yeah.
Onyx is gravelly and scratchy and kind of a hesitant meow. Like she's not even sure of her own voice. For 1.5 seconds today, I picked up Onyx and held her. And when she jumped down, and of course I let her go immediately, she didn't flail. She wasn't like freaked out. She was just like, no, this is not where the fuck I want to be. But she let me scoop her up and hold her for just like the shortest amount of time. Fucking progress.
Yeah.
Now, will she let me do that again for like another 3 or 4 months? No. But we will work back up to it. Just want to cuddle her so goddamn bad.
So, yeah, and Ella's been banished from all the bedrooms at night.
Oh, God, because nobody gets any sleep.
No.
if she's in a bedroom. Oh my
No.
God. Or if a door's open and she can come and go. Oh my God, it's awful.
So, and Onyx is fine with that. Onyx makes sure she's in our bedroom before the door gets closed, and she cuddles down in the bed. She sleeps next to me. She slept next to you one night.
She did. It was wonderful.
Or she's at the foot of the bed.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking about that X. That the moment I actually use that trick when she won't move when I'm trying to make the bed, and I'm like, you cannot be under the sheets. It's not a made bed if you don't. So that's how I've been testing it. Like, I'll go to put my hand near her chest and stomach like I would pick her up, and if she darts, I know she's not ready. And today I actually wasn't making. No, I was making the bed, and she would not move.
Yeah.
And I put my hand under there, and she didn't bolt like she normally does. And I went, okay. And I went to pick her up a little bit because about a week and a half ago, she let me pick her up just enough to actually move her. I couldn't bring her into my body, but I could move her. And this time I went to do it, and I went, let me just try. But yeah, anytime I try to touch her and she clearly doesn't want it, I just sort of pull back, and then I leave her the fuck alone, because usually she's real nervous after that. I think it helps that after the first trip to that vet, we have not worried about that since. Technically, she should have gone for a 6-month checkup, and I went, look, the mental health of my cat is who never leaves the house, is more important than a 6-month checkup. She will get her annual. By then, she actually would leave. I think she likes to sit in the carrier, so that probably won't even be an issue. But maybe at a year, I'll be able to actually pick her up and put her in a fucking carrier.
Good night, Missy. Good night, Sir Smoopsy Pants.
Good night.
But yeah, and Ella's been banished from all bedrooms at night.
She has to be.
Yeah, she has
so
to be.
So obnoxious.
Oh. And we're all sleeping better for it.
Yeah.
Even Onyx.
Yeah, and I do think that Onyx is on alert whenever Ella comes into our bedroom, and she just watches her the entire time. And Ella was coming in and out and in and out, so that means that Onyx was on alert most of the night.
Yeah.
So I think she's getting better sleep too. So none of these animals think I'm dominant over them, X. Not a one. Even Lola knows what's up. I know I should. And I don't know. I think I don't know what it is, but no, they're all quite aware I'm not. Nope. They all know who's in charge. And it ain't me. I've got the kids fooled still. Briefly. But I am the treat giver, so I'm loved for that. But oh God. I will say that Onyx, I think, I don't think she'd like the TV because it's in a large room and that's too much, but I know she likes it when the screen of my phone comes on. Like in the morning, I'll look at my phone before I get out of bed, and if I'm watching a video, she's like staring at it. And I think it's because it's small and it's close and the room is usually still dark. And I think she would be a cat who would like stare at the TV or stare at a video on a phone, at least, if I put it on for her. Thank you, Junie. I was feeling guilty. I felt like I was making the best choice for the cats and our sanity, but I feel better knowing that it truly is just a luxury. I figured if they were outdoor cats, maybe I'd be more concerned, but they're not. They're indoor. So. Yeah. And I thought I saw a question come through. I'm trying to find.
Right. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alice, on this monthly one, we don't spend a lot of time talking about BDSM. We do that in our weekly live streams on Wednesdays. That's and even that's more directed as a topic. If you have a question on your mind, like a simple one, we're happy to answer it, or other people in the live stream chat will probably be happy to answer it too. So
Now, through Patreon, we do a once a month Q&A where people ask us questions and we...
yeah, and then we have the Discord server through Patreon
Yeah.
where we have a whole channel. Channel? Thread? What the fuck's that thing called?
Channel.
Whatever. For asking questions. So,
Yeah.
and thankfully nobody is expecting me to actually answer all the questions. That those are community answered questions. Thank God. I already feel bad about the emails I don't answer.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I got to inbox 0 today. And then 10 minutes later, 3 emails came through. But whatever, it was fine. I answered all the
Yeah.
questions in FetLife DMs and in email. I was very excited. I didn't feel guilty. Oh gosh. Yeah, you know what? The scruff, you are really good at the scruff of a cat.
Yeah.
You do that really, really well. Yeah, I don't know why I don't. Eventually I probably will have to. Yeah, we'll get there. Have I done ice cream for breakfast? I've never done ice cream for breakfast.
No?
No. Back in the day, of course, cold pizza for breakfast. Cold fried chicken for breakfast. Oh, so fucking good. Especially if the fried chicken skin still has a little bit of a crisp, but of course it's faded because it's cold and it's been in the fridge. Oh, that's so good.
Joni, that's an easy question. 42.
I am almost the meaning of life. I am almost the meaning of life. Alice, if you go to our website, lovingbdsm.net, we actually have a whole page dedicated to if you're new to DS and with some podcast episodes and some stuff that you can dive into, because we do talk about that kind of stuff a lot, but we spend an hour or more just on a single topic about that. So that would probably be the best place. And we do even have a couple of posts on bondage. Using a flogger, where do you recommend for people who are learning that? At least if you can get to an in-person workshop or a virtual workshop where somebody's demoing and explaining, that's great. But are there some videos or channels or sites that you recommend?
Not really channels.
Okay.
Okay, X, yeah, you got me there. All right.
Hi, Path Girl.
I don't honestly know. Everything I've done, as far as learning floggers, has been through workshops at the dungeons.
And if you're like, okay, how the heck do I find a workshop? FetLife is not a great place all of the time, but as a way to find that kind of information of who and where is holding a workshop, FetLife is great because you can look for your region, you can look for your city, you can look for your state, your county. You can look however for wherever you live what might be in your area or what's being done online. So, and especially in the time of the plague, a lot of things went online that used to be only in person. So
Right.
there's a lot of workshops out there. You just have to know how and where to find them. The first place to check is FetLife until you kind of get connected to the groups that are out there.
Right.
So,
Excuse me.
are you okay over there?
Hiccups.
I'll do the thing. See, look, I hold your head like that and you lean
No,
forward.
It's hiccups, not a belch.
But when a baby gets the hiccups, I'm going to burp them because that's probably what they need. I can do this. It's been 10 years now since I had to do this, but I can do it.
Oh, Evie
Yes.
Lupine.
Does she? Okay.
Does she really? Okay. Did not know that.
No,
okay.
didn't know that.
All right.
Yeah, Evie's great.
Yeah, she has a lot of great information too. She's yeah, well, bleh. She's got a lot of good informational videos as well.
See, and the hive mind is already,
Yeah.
it's already at work.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like this. I can just like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think when it comes to learning about kink, probably to me, the hardest part is always, or what I remember from back in the day, is figuring out where to go and who to trust. Like if you find one resource, you can usually start finding more because either that resource will recommend or the people who are around that resource will start recommending, and then you can go down a nice little kinky rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh.
I think Kiki, I think cats just say no as a default.
Yeah.
They're like, would you like me to love you? No. Would you like me to pet you? No. Here's a treat.
You want to be picked up? No.
Fuck you, no, I don't want to be picked up. Now, Ella will at least let me pick her up, and when I go a while, like it's been a few days since I even touched this cat, she'll cuddle with me for about 30 seconds, and then she's done. She's like, yeah, that was nice, but she will allow it, and I can carry her. If I need to get her from point A to point B, I can scoop her up, and I can carry her, and she just allows it. But Onyx, man.
Well, it was funny. The other day, I lay down on the sofa, take a nap, and I was expecting Lola to come join me as she does, and she didn't, but Onyx got up there and cuddled with me.
We had another miracle. I was on the couch reading my book. Lola was laying next to me, her nose pressed into my thigh, snoring as she does. And for, 2 seconds, Onyx jumped up on the couch, saw Lola there. Normally she wouldn't even jump up if she realized it, or if she jumped up and realized Lola was there, she'd immediately sprint off.
Mm-hmm.
She jumped up. She was a little startled, but she jumped up. She sniffed at Lola. She looked at me. I was trying not to make any sudden fucking movements. Maybe she'd stay. And then she left. I was like, is this what progress looks like? So. Yet none of them will get in our... Well, Ella might get in... Yeah, Ella will get in the 15-year-old's lap when he's like sitting at his desk. She is that cat that, he's at his desk, I must lay on his keyboard now.
Yeah.
But with us, neither cat is coming into our lap at all.
No.
Not at all. No, they're not sitting on us. They might sit next to us. And they're not sitting on us. So,
And now Lola is snoring.
she is snoring. But she's got an ear cocked up.
Yeah.
I think she just dozes.
Yeah.
I do think she sleeps with her eyes open
Yes.
sometimes, though.
Yes.
It's a little freaky.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I was trying to think about if I knew of any movies that were actually coming out. All the movies I care about are Marvel movies. And if YouTube doesn't show me that there's a movie trailer out, I don't know that there's a movie coming out. I was trying to think. I was like, are we going to get to go see The Black Widow? Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah.
And then I can't think of the name of the next one that comes out after that, but I know I want to see it because I saw the trailer and it looked good. Oh, Alice. I'm sorry. That's
sorry.
sad. Wow, 21 though. That gives me hope for our girls.
Right, right.
I drank all of my sad Sprite Zero. I just have ice cubes now.
I'm nursing my water.
That was the lid. If anybody looked away and they're like, what the fuck was that noise? That's the lid on my, my cup. I'm very sad. I think the cup... Okay, so the cup used to say... It was a gift sent to us by a listener. It said, quiet. It used to say, quiet please, I am introverting. But I've used it so much now that the lettering is actually rubbing off. And apparently the cup is now truly introverting because it only says now, am introverting. That's all that's left. And the lettering is slowly disappearing from the cup until the cup will be completely discreet and nobody will know what it is. But it's one of those lined cups, and it keeps my ice cubes so fucking cold. I love it.
Double walled stainless steel.
That. So.
And then we watched Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it in the bonus section this week. I enjoyed that.
That was a good movie.
So,
I enjoyed it myself.
yeah, because there was no like romance centered around it, which was, I think the dishwasher is making noises in it. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's going ba-dee. I gotta go fix it.
You broke the dishwasher?
Yes.
Figures. But yeah, we watched that last weekend, and with the 11-year-old gone and the 15-year-old was out for the evening, so we got to kind of pick something we wanted to watch, which was really nice. Did you figure it out?
I don't know what the dishwasher did, but it was 1 minute into the cycle. The sensor was flashing H2O, and it was beeping like if you don't hit start but you close the door.
Yeah.
Like a reminder. So I just hit start and it started back up again. If it beeps again, you'll have to go look. Because if it beeps again, it's getting stuck somewhere.
Yep.
Damn dishwasher. Lola's a good girl. She wouldn't break the dishwasher.
No.
She might break the oven one day because she likes to sit in front of it. And then she doesn't really want to move when you need to open the oven door.
Yeah.
Till she feels the heat, then she's like, "Oh fuck, get me out of here."
Her favorite thing, we got a mat, kitchen mat for the front of the sink. That is her mat.
That is her mat. We don't need to stand on it.
She lays on it and can't even get to the sink when she's there.
She's too big.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
too big. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Of all time?
Of all time.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Is that really?
Yeah.
I don't know. When I think back to movies I really enjoyed and that stay with me, even if I have no interest in rewatching them, it's a nostalgia thing. So, Titanic and Forrest Gump are two movies I saw as a teenager in the theater with my mom at a time in life when we actually, for the first time, could afford to go to the movies and like get the popcorn and have the whole experience, because prior to that we could not. This was not even an option. And so I could not even objectively tell you, are those epic movies that are like, worthy of acclaim? Yeah, I guess so, but also, do they stand the test of time? I don't know. I just know I end up loving them because I have such positive memories of the experience of watching them in the movie theater. But like, if I think beyond those two, and I think to like just objectively favorite movies, I don't have a single favorite.
Okay. Well, see, as a kid, I was like 10 or 11 years old when I read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And I loved it. I immersed myself in the books and the story, and I loved it. And I was just like, they're never going to make a movie of this. They can't. It's just, there's no way possible that they could ever. And
then they did.
Disheartened me.
But then they did.
And then they did. And it was actually really good. And they stayed true to the books and the story and everything. And so, yeah, that's, yep.
I don't know if I have favorite movies by genre, but I guess technically I have movies I really like out of different categories. So like Do I have a favorite Marvel movie? I have too many that I like to be able to say this is my one favorite. I think, okay, what about Disney movies? Tangled continues to be like my top. Like, that one makes me super happy, but I like so many of them that I don't really have a favorite. Yeah. There are just movies I like. But yeah, no. But as it's clear from how our movie watching goes, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I feel boring. Fifth Element is a good movie.
That
was
movie.
a good movie.
That-
I would
that-
watch that again. Have we watched that with the teenager? Or, well, even the little one?
No.
Oh, Multipass. They need to know about Multipass. Okay? They just do. So. Yeah, and as I've gotten older, I actually dislike anything that's too suspenseful. Like, I just can't. I'm like, nope. I have plenty to worry about in my regular life. I don't need to sit here and worry about what's going to happen in this fucking movie. I'm not really into dramas, not even TV show kind of stuff. Like, I want it to be light. I want it to be kind of carefree. But I also don't have patience for, like, most sitcoms anymore. Like, they're just kind of, some of them are just too, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun to watch The Good Place and Schitt's Creek because they weren't like sitcoms I was used to watching. Schitt's Creek is just fucking brilliant. Like, if I had to pick a favorite TV show, that would still be difficult because I don't, like, watch a lot of TV either. But also, Schitt's Creek would be up there as a favorite.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to really like M. Night Shyamalan movies. Am I saying his name right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think he's got a new one coming out. I actually, I liked the twists. They always surprised me.
Yeah.
They always surprised me.
He always had some good
Yeah.
unexpected twists. And...
I think the one thing I think I have, if I am remembering correctly, I feel like if you watch too many of his movies back to back, though, like, I don't think I could binge him because then the twist just becomes predictable. You know there's going to be a twist. There's always a twist. But, yeah. Yeah,
Heather mentioned Friends. I thought
They
I
did
saw something. They did a reunion?
something.
A Friends reunion?
Just couldn't get into it, so I didn't pay any attention. HBO Max.
Okay.
I think is where that is.
Okay.
Yeah, I came to Friends super late. Like, it was already in syndication, and I started watching, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it at the level that a lot of people did. Same with Sex and the City. I never watched Sex and the City the way a lot of people that are about my age and older did. And I tried to watch it in reruns later, and I couldn't get into it, which was sort of sad. Even though I accidentally named a child a very popular damn name from that show, and I'm still like, how did I do that? I wasn't watching that show. I have not watched the whole trilogy, the Unbreakable trilogy, but I think I've watched 2 of the movies. I think I have. Oh yeah, Little of that would. Oh, I can imagine. I'm scared enough with the music. Oh no, that would be like a jump scare every time you wanted to watch a movie. What? I just trying to think of other movies. Like, I didn't even watch The Princess Bride till, like, I was early 20s. I did watch it, but that's how old I was. I missed out on a lot of the formative years, 80s, 90s stuff. Like, the way my parents were and the access I had to certain things, I just didn't get to watch it. I was late teens before I watched Dirty Dancing. Because when all my friends were watching it when I was 13, my parents said that was too adult for me. They wouldn't let me watch Pretty Woman either. Yes. They made me leave the room. They rented... Okay, this is how old I am. They rented Pretty Woman on VHS. And they started watching it, and I wanted to watch it, and they wouldn't let me. They made me leave the room. So I stood in the doorway of my room and tried to, like, peek down the hall, because straight down the hallway I could see the TV in the room. I peeked down the hall, forgetting there were... It was an late 70s, early 80s style house, even though it was, like, 90s by this time. They had those mirrors that people were putting on their walls in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And my dumbass 13-year-old self was like leaning out of my bedroom doorway, staring at the TV, and my little ass head was reflecting in the mirror, and so I kept getting yelled at. So I didn't even watch Pretty Woman until I was like late teens, probably 20.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't like...
Wow.
Yep. There was an animated movie I saw in the theater when I was a little kid. My dad took me. It was about a mouse going to America.
Fievel.
Yes.
Yes.
What I mostly remember about that movie is my dad snoring in the theater because he fell asleep. Yeah, I didn't see The Breakfast Club till I was like probably in college. I never watched 16 Candles. Never saw that. And by the time I like could see it if I wanted to, I wasn't interested in it. Yeah, nope. No, all those were coming out at the time, and my friends were all watching them. Nope.
An American Tail. Yes,
American Tail.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Saw that in the theater as a little kid. But... Nope.
Goodness.
I'm trying to think what else. And see, and I only ever saw the first one. I never saw any of the ones that came after it. Never. What else? I'm trying to think of movies that I'm like, did I like them? Did I even watch them? See? We have a whole a nostalgia moment. Oh God, Little Love. No. I have begged my child not to make me a grandmother at this age. I made my mother a grandmother at about this age. So, young grandmas for the win. I did watch Breakfast Club, but it was like way after everybody else had already watched it. It had been out 10 plus years by the time I got to watch it. Maybe 15, I don't know. And then I was like, I liked the music and I kind of liked the characters, but I was like, oh, okay. No. Yeah, I just not have to do anything for anybody and just lay on the fucking couch.
And binge Disney movies.
And like not worry about, am I eating the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Do I have a meeting? Who needs to be where? Which kid has to be driven and just fucking are there dishes to wash? Like none of that shit. Zero responsibilities for 48 hours.
Yeah, those are all good movies, X.
You know, I never really got into the Never Ending Story.
No?
No. I didn't have access to it when I was at the age when I would have gotten into it. Like we didn't have a VCR, we didn't have the channels, we didn't have any way to access wherever it could be shown. Just didn't have it.
Wow.
And so then by the time I did have the access, I was too old for it.
No, I love the Never-Ending Story.
That one, and then there was another one, The Land Before Time. Never got into that one either. Never got into that one. I watched Labyrinth, kind of in that stage where I was at the age where it might have been interesting. It was okay, but I didn't get the strong ties to it that other people got. Like, I'm always like, what kind of fucking childhood did I have? I don't know. I don't even remember what I was probably reading a book, y'all. But yeah, no. Were you into ninjas?
No.
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 Yeah, I just never. I even remember, and this was was it a mid-'80s thing? Puff the Magic Dragon? Not the song, because that was from well before, but when they started doing the movies and stuff, I wasn't into that. I wasn't into that at all. I missed most of the pop culture references of my childhood.
Wow.
Just went right past me. Yeah. I just didn't.
I'll be back.
Oh, you're okay.
Excuse me.
Maybe it was Pete's Dragon. See, I don't even fucking know. Thank you, Heather. Pete's Dragon. I don't fucking know. Because I don't know. You want to know why I get it confused? Because in music class we were singing Puff the fucking Magic Dragon all the fucking time. I don't know. I just didn't. We lived in the middle of nowhere. We had, I don't know how we survived. We had no fucking money. And, yeah, by the time we did, and we didn't live in the middle of anywhere, we lived somewhere where there was, like, people. I moved on beyond that stuff. So, never did watch Free Willy or Free Willy 2. But now that I do know why. By the time that came out, I was past that age of it being I wasn't the target demographic for that one. Yeah, I never got into that one. Oh God, Lady Fluffy Cakes do not threaten a sing-along. I would have to leave the room. I get secondhand embarrassment from people singing. I don't even like the happy birthday song sung to me. Rain of Fire sounds familiar. I know I never watched it, X, but it sounds familiar. Oh. That's true, Lynn, but that doesn't make sense that you grew up on Free Willy. But I just remember it coming out and recognizing that I was of that age to go, that's not really for me. Even though the baby girl in me is happy to watch movies that are, I don't know, it's weird. Oh no, I will read the fuck out of that Silent Wing. I don't. The last time I did not actually do the karaoke, but the last time I allowed myself to sit in a place where there was karaoke going on by other people, I was falling down drunk. Like, it was the drunkest I've ever been in my life, and that's the only way I tolerated it. It was not safe for me to be that drunk. I would never get that drunk again. That's how much of a hard no karaoke is. Did you watch Rain of Fire?
Doesn't ring a bell, no.
Oh no, I can't. And I can't do horror. I can't do anything. I remember when Blair Witch Project came out. I still don't know anything about that movie. Everybody in my peer group at my age group was like watching it multiple times, and I was like, I'm not going near a theater. You cannot pay me enough to watch that fucking movie. Still haven't watched it. Did we see Christopher Robin?
No.
I wanted to see Christopher Robin. Now, I do have a soft spot nostalgia feel for Winnie the Pooh, because for a very brief time in my very young childhood, we could get, because we had satellite, we could get Disney Channel, and I watched a lot of, like, classic-ish Winnie the Pooh. Oh, fucking love that. Silent Wing wants to drag me to karaoke. I'm reading out of that one. Safe wording the fuck right out.
Man.
Nope.
I'd have the camera ready for video on that one.
Yeah, film me under the table with my fingers in my ears going, no, make it stop, make it stop. Look, I'm here for booze, at least a little bit. I'm here for embarrassing ourselves to a certain extent in front of strangers, at a restaurant, a hotel, bar, whatever. I'm just not here for karaoke. That's all I'm saying. Oh, no, that kind of drunk was... the fact that I didn't end up in the hospital was a miracle. That was not the kind of drunk I want to be ever again. I also took... It was her ADD meds. I don't know what she was on, but she was like, here, this will help you. And at that point, we moved on from the pictures of margaritas we had shared to mostly just tequila. And then she handed me whatever that was. I didn't ask. I was drunk. No. But then at that point, when I'm sitting in the seat, just sort of doing this kind of motion, the karaoke was tolerable. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Path Girl, exactly. Would you do karaoke? You do karaoke. It's called woodshop karaoke.
Yeah, woodshop
but
karaoke.
But would you do karaoke at a karaoke
I do
bar?
woodshop karaoke.
No, that's not the question. Would you do regular karaoke?
Probably not, no.
So see, you're the one we need to get drunk. Because you're not safe wording out of it. You're just like, I'm too cool for school. I'm not going to do karaoke. You sing with feeling in your shop when you forget that sound carries, and I'm sure the neighbors all know what you sound like.
Nobody else in the world needs to have that much feeling.
The entire neighborhood, I'm sure, has heard you sing. Yeah, Silent Winged, it was, I'd say it was a memorable night, but I've forgotten a lot of it, thanks. At our pretend karaoke party, you can sing whatever you would like, Lynn, including Disney songs. Silent, actually, if you just let him put in his noise-canceling earbuds and turn on Spotify... You'll be fine. So, let's play pretend. Nobody's asking you to do karaoke. I'm certainly not. I respect those boundaries. But, if you were to do karaoke, what song do you think you'd do? Like, what's the song you just have to sing or you feel like you can sing? Would it be by Rush? It would be by Rush. What would it be?
Songs that nobody would ever heard of that...
That's okay. educate us now.
There would be probably 2 songs. One is a Yes song.
Oh, okay. And that Yes song is called?
Circus of Heaven? No.
Would you like to sing a few bars for us?
No. All right, hang on and I'll tell you the titles exactly.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
I'm trying to think of songs that I think I am capable of singing. Yes. Does anybody remember it about an hour and a half ago when I might have made a statement about somebody never knows where his phone is or really can find it, so maybe when he's bleeding because he chopped off an arm that he should not be depended upon to use his phone? He walked away from the phone that was right here. Just saying. Anyway. I have been known to dance on tables with enough booze. But I don't need to be the one making the music. I know I've got an ass and hips, and I can move them. I don't know if it's enticing to anybody, but I can at least move them. That I will do.
There's the album.
Not on purpose, but like I don't go into a establishment and go, I will drink enough so that I dance on the table. But I am capable of that, and I...
Okay, so the 2 songs.
Yes, the 2 songs.
One would be a Steve Perry song.
Okay.
Captured by the Moment.
Okay.
And the other... I'll get you the title of that. It's from a very nondescript Yes album. But I loved it. If I can find it. Tormato. Circus of Heaven.
So you were right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't in his pocket. You're right.
Well, usually when we're sitting here, it's left on my
Elsewhere.
desk. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what songs am I willing to sing out loud in the car when I'm by myself. AC/DC. Almost any popular song by AC/DC. I can't remember the title of the song, but the line "knocking me out with those American thighs."
American Woman.
I love that fucking song. Because I got thighs. I think it's like, I'm like, yeah, these fucking American thighs will knock your out. I don't know. I just get attitude. Pink. Like, I have one of her CDs from, God, that's how old I am. I have a CD. From, God, when the 15-year-old had just been born? Or was only a couple years old? I sang the fuck out of that whole CD. There's a couple songs on that I can kind of do. I can't actually do, but if I'm alone, I'll do. Anything by Toby Keith, because he's got one of those like deeper voices, and we don't want me to try and hit a high note. Nobody wants that. Nobody
Night,
wants
Little
it.
Love.
And you shook me all night long. Thank
Yeah.
you, Heather. Look at you. I thought you were the one to know these things. Are you not an AC/DC fan?
Yeah, I am.
Just you don't love them as much as you love Yes and Rush and some of the others. Okay.
But here, I'll prove it. Here, my library, artists, right at the very top. Look who's there.
Because it's alphabetical right at the very top. Look! It's at the very top! Because the alphabet exists. What? Oh, Four Non-Blunts. Yes, that's a good song, Jessica. That's a very good song. It might be, Lynn. I remember it was post-breakup or temporary split with her husband, and she's now back together. Yeah. So. Yeah. No, I'm a table dancer. I'm not singing where other people can hear me. I don't even really. I mean, did you not once have to create a hard limit that there's a certain line I'm literally not allowed to sing?
Yes.
It's that bad.
Yes. Yeah.
Linda, good question. About 15 years ago, I think. Yeah, because half of that album was like her being pissed and defiant, and the other half was her being sad because they were broken up.
Oh God.
Yeah, no. I think I could probably do Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks, because as a teenager, we used to ride around in cars, and that was one of the songs that got sung a lot. A lot. So, that was back when apparently I didn't care if other people heard me sing. This, I think, is the first. I don't remember us ever talking about karaoke before.
No,
other than for me
no.
to go, I'm not fucking doing
No,
karaoke.
this is a first. This is a first.
Yeah. So, do you have an all-time favorite artist or group? And is it Rush?
Yeah.
Are they your all-time favorite?
Yes.
Nobody
No.
beats them. Who's number 2?
Pink Floyd.
Who's number 3?
Zeppelin.
Who's number 4?
Mm.
I'm just going with it.
Probably Genesis. Early Genesis.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5.
Ooh, I think I would, if I was going to do karaoke, which I'm not, Red, I would sing anything written by Cake. I fucking love that group. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Kansas.
Okay, number 6. Trying to get a top 10.
Hmm.
I mean, do you like anything from this century? And from after I was born? I was born in 79. No, you don't. Okay, go ahead. And number 6, we've got Kansas.
Eric Clapton.
That's a good one. Okay, number 7.
Let's see. Who else would be there? Well, here. I'll give it to you the easy way.
You're going to give it to me alphabetically from
No.
Spotify
No. Yes, the Beatles.
God, I can't believe they didn't even crack your top 5. Wow, that's some serious classic rock energy you got there.
Styx. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Okay, so nothing from after I was born. From my lifetime. Nothing from my lifetime. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, okay. Let me show you.
Is there anything contemporary that you like that's not in a top 10, but there's like... Is there anything that, from a group from the 21st century? Or just the past 41 years?
All right.
He might. Do you have Frank Sinatra on your list?
No.
Would you listen to Frank?
I have listened to Frank. My parents and grandparents.
So you were traumatized. You're like, fuck that shit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Frank Sinatra. Dean Martin. Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
Elizabeth. a little bit of a kiss of death. Styx was one of my dad's favorites.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. I saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Some of the more recent ones I have that I listen to: Foo Fighters,
Okay.
Fuel, Tantric.
Tantric's not that recent.
Well, Weezer.
Okay.
Disturbed. Oh God, I can't think of their name now. An Italian metal band.
Oh yeah. I heard some of it one day.
Oh God, I can't. The name Lacuna Coil.
Yeah.
Lacuna Coil. Yeah. So there's. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't listen to music anymore unless it's the classic rock station, which is now called the iconic rock station, which plays music from my childhood, and I'm annoyed. So I am definitely that person who's still stuck on the stuff I liked in high school and college. So I like Cake, and I like Pink, and I'm still... I don't know anything after Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette, but that is my fucking jam. Yeah, Foo Fighters, Green Day, of course, which they've been doing stuff since, and Red Hot Chili Peppers, but that was stuff I listened to back in the day.
I said Fuel, but Tool is another
Tool.
one I listen to.
Yeah.
And I love Linkin Park. We seen to the entire album.
That was a really cool, like,
Yeah.
a time felt like it kind of stood still. I think we got into a flow state.
Yeah, we did.
Because that was the shortest fucking album of my life. I was like, what?
But classic rock is my all-time jam.
Because it's the music of your childhood. Clearly. Your top 10 is all older than I am. Not gonna lie, hearing, and I didn't hear what the ultimate outcome was. Maybe it hasn't been announced, but hearing that the Foo Fighters had been around long enough to be considered for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I was like, I'm so old. I don't know. Listening to Collective Soul, that was the very first concert I ever went to. It was a summer outdoor concert. Got to see Collective Soul. I still have, again, it's a nostalgia thing. I still have a soft place in my heart for Collective Soul. Never listened to anything after the one album CD I listened to, and then at 16 I went to that concert. And I heard them on the iconic rock station, and I was ready to cry. And then I went, but wait, it's been 25 years. Yes, they should be on the iconic rock station. God damn it. I have no clue if they're putting out anything new, but I liked, back in the day, like Godsmack. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, I liked my music to sound really angry in high school. I was not an angry person, or maybe I just wasn't allowed to be angry. I'm still not comfortable being angry. So I was like, can I just have some loud, yelly music? Thanks. System of a Down.
Yeah.
There was another one that is kind of in the vein of System of a Down, and I can't think of who they were. I listen to them too sometimes.
Night, J1.
Good night. Thanks for joining in. I mean, we appreciate lurkers too, because I'm a long-time lurker, but yep. Yeah, Motley Crue classic right now. It's sad. It's sad. I got to see Godsmack in concert. I was in the nosebleed seats, but that was fine with me because down the floor it just smelled like pot, and I didn't want to get a secondhand a secondhand high. And then it was super loud, so my ears were already ringing. And but that was cool. That was another summer concert, and it started out outside, and then there was an act before them. I can't remember who it was now. And then Godsmack, they were in the Coliseum, and we got to go in, and that was cool. You know what's funny? I listened to Nirvana in high school, but I never got into them the way my friends got into them. I was like, yeah, I'll listen to Nirvana because it's what the fuck was on. And I had a couple of CDs, but I never got into them. But when Nirvana was like at the height of its popularity in my age group, I also went through a country music phase. Don't know where it came from, but there it was. I was kind of listening to that more at the time.
I'm probably going to receive some dislike for this, but I was never into Nirvana. I just could not get into it. But then when Dave Grohl...
Yeah, Foo Fighters.
I like Foo Fighters. I like them, yeah.
But I can kind of see that because your loves of music are the more classic sound, and Nirvana was definitely like the epitome of the alternative rock sound at the time, the grunge rock kind of thing. I never liked Smells Like Teen Spirit. Could I sing it? Yeah. I never liked it. I could sing it. I just never got
Counting
into them.
Crows was another one.
Counting Crows was pretty good, yeah. Who Who else was I listening to at the time?
Was it
the Dave Matthews
Pearl
Band?
Silent
Pearl
Wing?
Jam. I never got into Pearl Jam, and I have friends who are like, still to this day, love Pearl Jam, and I listened to those songs that hit the radio, and I was like, yeah, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But, who was the guy? If you know this, I'll be shocked by the description I'm about to give you. The guy with the harmonica. It was the late 90s, maybe into early aughts.
Oh, late 90s? No. You said harmonica. The first thing I thought of was Bob Dylan.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody, a 90s baby out there. Somebody who's in my age range. Formative years in the 90s. What? Because all I remember about the guy, he was a larger, heavyset man. He had curly hair. Oh God, I can hear the songs in my head, and I cannot.
You're not thinking about Bare Naked Ladies.
No, God, no.
Okay.
Bare Naked Ladies. Ooh, that was my college jam. No. Tom Petty. First of all, Tom Petty for me is classic rock. I've listened to that since I was like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But no. There was a guy. Oh, I can see him, and I cannot. I never got into Stone Temple Pilots either. I never did get into them. Oh, no. Oh. Let me see. 90s rock. 9 Inch Nails. I did like 9 Inch Nails. 90s rock.
Now,
and harmonica. There was an iconic harmonica sound, and the moment. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Now, in the shop, I mean, I do listen to a lot of the classic rock and stuff, and I have a lot of those playlists.
Blues Traveler.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what it was. Had to
Okay. All right. Yeah. But I also listen to a lot of a group called Bond. Bond.
Yeah, I think I've heard some of
They're like contemporary classic, I think is what their genre is called. And I love Lindsey Sterling.
Yeah. You got me turned on to her. I listen to her sometimes. I got into Aerosmith when they were making their resurgence in the 90s.
Okay.
And then, of course, I really enjoy their older stuff. But, yeah, Aerosmith was one of my, like, top bands. Junie, I agree.
Yeah. 9 Inch Nails. Yeah.
Goo Goo Dolls. They got overplayed very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins, I knew a couple of their songs that hit the radio, and I liked those, but I never had one of their CDs or listened to anything beyond whatever the radio station played. But I liked it. I would say I liked Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, and their videos were kind of trippy on MTV, but I think I like Smashing Pumpkins more than Stone Temple Pilots or that sounded like them. But and I was Faith Hill, her music. I mean, she is and was beautiful. And Tim McGraw, there was he's got, what's that song called about real good? I might be a bad boy, but I'm a real good man. And I was always like, yeah, that's the kind of man I want. At the time, when the song first came out, I was like, yes, he should also have a cowboy hat and some boots on. But I was like, a real bad boy, a real good man. I mean, it took me a while. I got one. But there's like this attitude in that song that I'm like, yeah, give me one of them.
Whoa.
But then there's Faith Hill writhing in the sheets on a bed, and I'm like, I mean, okay. Let's see. What else? Oh, Black Eyed Peas. Yes, I had a few of their CDs. I used to, even into my, early 20s after college, I would still drive down the road, all the windows down, blast my Black Eyed Peas, sing every lyric to all the songs. Couldn't do it now, but did it then. Yeah, X. Yeah. I could kind of hear it in my head. I mostly just saw her in the sheet, quite frankly. So. Isn't it weird how it's like our kids like some of this shit that was from... when the 15-year-old went through his Queen and just total classic rock, Beatles, all that kind of phase, I was like, that's our kid. The 11-year-old won't say what he likes, what kind of music he likes, but he knows all the words to the popular songs on the classic rock station. Because, they play the same 20 fucking songs over and over again, and he knows every fucking word of it. So. It's funny, Jenny. I had no awakenings. It's now in looking back. And I'm like, oh yeah, like all those memes that come out about how you're bisexual, and then they show the two main characters from the first Mummy movie, and I'm like, yeah, I thought they were both really attractive too. Or the fact that 20 years later, I'm still like, oh yeah, Faith Hill in the Breathe video, yeah, whew. And yet still no awakening, still in total denial. Nelly Furtado, I liked her when I heard her while I was listening to pop music station, the Top 40 station. I liked her, but not enough to seek her out. The same with Jewel. When Jewel was popular on the radio, I enjoyed it, but I didn't go further than that. I think I might have bought a couple of CDs, or I did not listen to them on repeat the way I listened to like Bare Naked Ladies and Cake. Oh my God, so much Cake. And Weezer. Oh my God, I'm still pissed about a Weezer CD from my college days that I think my ex-husband, and this was accidental, I don't think it was purposeful, but my ex-husband got. I'm still pissed about that. Now, could I just buy it? Hell, could I just have the playlist on my Spotify account that I never use?
You're linked to my Spotify, so you can...
But do I know? So I'm finding that there apparently are a lot of tests, and the scary thing is most of these, quote, tests that people turn into memes on Twitter, I'm like, oh shit, apparently I passed that test. The doesn't know how to sit in a chair correctly, I was like, that apparently is a supposed bisexual test, or at least, not even bisexual, just not straight. And the first time I read it or saw it, I looked down and I was not sitting in the chair correctly. And then I just saw it again the other day, and I was like, fuck, I'm still not sitting in the chair correctly.
You're welcome, Heather.
So. It's a service you provide.
Yeah.
Also, here's what's, we don't know how to schedule things, is what I have learned. So we have this. It's the third Friday. It's on the schedule. What has JB got at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning? A driving lesson with the...
Yeah.
15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Silent Linked, if you believe Twitter, yes and no at the same time. There either is or is not a correct. How you sit in a chair is a sign. I enjoy reading the things where these lists of, oh, you're this if you do that. And there was another one that was like another test, supposedly, of not straight, is your love of iced coffee. And I was like, fuck. According to the internet, I should not be straight, and I don't have time to figure that out. What the fuck would I do with that anyway right now?
Yeah, well,
JB does silently.
Yeah,
JB does.
Well, Silent, understand this. I'm the predominant driving coach here.
Yeah, I'm good for practice, but not for new things.
And we have a road here. It's a main road. It's the main connecting road, and it is 6 lanes.
And it touches the interstate.
Hits the interstate.
Very busy interstate.
And it's where all the shopping, all the stores. It's like the main strip. and he's going to be taking courses at a school out there next year. This road is insane to drive. I don't even like driving it unless I have to. And I want to take him out on that road early in the morning for the first time, while there's very little traffic out there, so he can start getting a feel for the road. So, yeah, Saturday mornings at that hour is about the only time that is achievable.
Yeah. And
So-
I sadly am awake at 7 a.m. on Saturdays and every other day. But I'm not usually, like, actually moving. I will be this time, because when y'all leave, I'm going to make muffins and also pick up poop out of the backyard so you can mow
So I can mow the lawn when I come home.
It's a glamorous life being a 24/7 submissive.
So,
You are a trooper, rather.
yeah. Hey, I took a nap this afternoon, too.
You did.
I did.
You did. Might have been at about the same time. And, like, congratulations on the new nephew. Babies
Right.
that aren't mine are the best babies. I'm like, I learned that about puppies, too. Oh, I love puppies, especially when I can give them back. No, that's not true. My babies are the best babies, but if I had to have another baby in my life, I would need it to be somebody else's baby.
So,
Okay, just... Sorry. See, I don't know if you started it or if just reading the word yawn in the live chat did it. But now I'm on a yawn kick. It's not a real yawn. And now, I'm going to have to fight it just to prove to you that I can.
yeah, Master Frostbite. In the beginning, I was I almost did throw. I kind of did throw in the towel with him.
Yes.
A little bit. Because he pretty much informed me he knew more than I did.
Well, yes, he's been informing us of that for
Yeah.
at least 2 or 3 years now.
And when it came to that, I was like, well, fine, I'm done then. I don't need to teach you anything. And he finally came around, and he's doing very well. He actually is doing very, very well.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I will say, I think that he realized, well, a couple things. We said explicitly, the person you're going to get to do the most interesting driving with, at least the first time you do it, is Mr. John. I'm not the one. I'm too anxious. I didn't think I was going to be able to help teach him how to drive in the first place. I really did not think. I'm a awful passenger.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me to ride in the car with you. I'll let you know when you're doing it wrong. The only reason I don't do it to JB is because he's the Dom. But so I am good for the practice runs of places he's kind of already gone to, or the back road kind of situations. And if he wanted to do anything more interesting, it was gonna have to be with Mr. John. So I think that's part of it. I think the other part of it is that our styles are completely different, and I will tell him, you're coming up on this red light too fucking fast. Even if he's really not, it's just me being... So I think he likes driving with you more now. So
yeah, I mean, he's doing so much better.
yeah. I mean, I had him drive up an errand the other day, and it was a real simple one, and it wasn't a road that was going to make me nervous anyway, and whatever. And he was talking himself through it. He's like, oh, it's 40 here, right? And then, of course, he's linked to me genetically, and he's basically been raised by you as well. So the sarcasm is thick, and he was like, so you wouldn't like it if and he'll be like, oh, maybe I should ramp up to 42. And I'm like, oh, you speed demon. And we're like, we can joke, but I'm not. Yeah. In those kind of situations, I'm no longer sitting on edge going, oh my God, is this the day we die? I haven't been in a car accident in 22 years. Is this the day? You know, it's like, I'm not doing that. But he has a lot of practice to get in on bigger driving.
Yeah. So, Yeah, his starting, from a stop is really good. His stopping is good. He's got a better grip of knowing, how far out to slow down, and his turns.
Oh God, yeah. For a while, I thought we were gonna be popping wheelies. I was like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing on these turns?"
Yeah. For a while there, he'd, in the very beginning, he'd take a turn, and I'd be up against the door, or, almost thrown into I'd be grabbing the handle, and no, now he's got it. He's getting more confident and comfortable, and his turns are good. His stopping is good. I took him out in the rain the other day. Start getting some experience. Dustin, I didn't even like driving in downtown Manhattan. Ooh. No.
In some of those big cities y'all are talking about, I would have learned how to figure out the mass transit system. Quite frankly,
I know. Eva's not here. I think the three worst places I have ever driven, traffic-wise: New York City, Atlanta.
Oh God, yeah. Oh my God, I still have terrified memories, and I was a kid in the back seat. Oh my God.
And Chicago. The loop in Chicago.
California is no fucking joke. LA is no fucking joke. I've been on the 405 in rush hour, and I was like, oh my God, are we going to survive this? I wasn't driving. I was a passenger.
DC.
Yeah, I've ridden through
and
DC,
the Virginia.
and that was pretty...
If you hit it in the wrong time of day,
yeah.
That's really bad driving too, traffic-wise.
Yeah, in DC, I've only ever come into DC in a cabs or an Uber. So I was in the back seat. I could just stare at my phone and wish the person who was driving was not making small talk with me, or grateful that my boss was with me and he would handle the small talk and I could just watch my phone. So I didn't actually have to experience it, but yeah, LA was scary.
Okay.
That was really scary.
Okay.
So.
I did make him do commentary in the beginning, talking about things, what he was doing and stuff. Not so much now at this point. So, but he's...
Actually, I keep having to remind him that he should do a little less commentary, and what I mean by that is not telling us how he's driving. He has this thing. It's a thing I do in my head, but he does out loud. So somebody will be coming up on a side road, and, people come up to those stop signs or those lights too fucking fast. And in my head, I'm going, you better fucking stop. And he says it out loud.
He said he uses
just the quiet part out loud.
He uses his outside voice. You better stop. You better stop.
Motherfucker, you better stop. And I'm like, look, it's not that I disagree with you. It's that I don't think whoever's going to do your driving test is going to appreciate that. So maybe.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So, but it's been interesting.
Yeah. I feel like I should be more comfortable as a driver, because when I finally got the driving lessons I needed to get my driver's license, it was in Montgomery, Alabama, which is not as busy as the places that we've already mentioned are. Not by a long shot. But that driving instructor made me do a lot of my driving on the interstate and hopping on and off to get, because that's how, it's one of those towns that's the easiest way to get across town quickly.
Yeah.
And they were very aggressive, and it was very busy, and she always made sure we were doing that at a busy time, like 5 o'clock traffic rush hour. And I did it. The first time I did it, I cried, but I did it. And yet no, don't have a comfort level with it. Not at all.
Yeah, see, it says San Diego, and you're talking about LA. I've never been that far out west.
I would love to go out there with you. I went out personal once and didn't see much, so I don't have any whatever. And then every other time was for business, and so I know the nice hotel, the bar in the lobby. I gotcha, but yeah.
Now, where was it that you went for that stitching?
Oh, that was in Seaside, Oregon.
I would love to go there.
Oh, you
son.
would love it. It was
That was the
gorgeous.
pictures you showed me were beautiful.
You'll
up
have
there.
to sedate me to drive me back up. What they kept trying to tell me was sort of like a hill, and I'm like, no, we're going up and up and up, and people are flying around these corners and these turns, and no. Once I got there, it was gorgeous, and
Yeah.
I could drive in Seaside like no problem. I think it was called
okay.
Seaside. I think it was called Seaside. Anyway, it was beautiful. And the food was delicious. The seafood I had was impeccable. And I found the Starbucks very quickly. And it was easy to get to. So.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to go back out there. You're going to have to make a lot of paddles and sell a lot of paddles
I know.
for us to travel again.
Yeah.
What else?
Or we just need to start going places and doing shows.
True. You have to pay a babysitter. The little one's still a little one.
We have a babysitter. It's called a 15-year-old.
Sure.
Soon to be 16.
Sure.
Gonna have to get used to saying 16-year-old.
I know. I know. Oh, Lord. No, Lola's not still on any meds. I mean, she takes an anti-inflammatory for her front paw when she has to go on a walk, but other than that,
Yeah.
She's had now 2 allergy checkups since we first got her and had to go through everything, and apparently we're managing it just fine.
Heather, we were in Camden for a week, and I found a Starbucks there, and by middle of the week, the baristas there knew me by name.
And we're preparing your order when you walked in.
Yes.
And thought you were very charming. There's a rustling over there. Is that a cat in a window?
Probably.
I'm gonna go check.
Well, it's almost midnight. They're used to getting their treats by 10:30, and
it's like a different kind of rustling sound than I'm used to. Oh, my back. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm glad you like that. I saw the after effects of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that special order one. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
yes.
You know what? This is speaking as one American. We love a British accent.
Yes, we do.
Insane.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I do find it hilarious that a lot of my UK friends are like, "You have such a thick Southern accent." No,
Oh,
no, I got some Mississippians I could introduce you to. No, I don't. I can lengthen the drawl when the urge comes over me, but no, I don't. I am for a bit. I was starting to think that our new Starbucks that's close to us, that they were kind of learning us,
yeah.
but we're not going
We're
that
not
often.
we're not there. Like, yeah.
Whew. These ages, and they're just getting older, and then they're gonna become like grown-ups. What the hell? I know that's the goal. It's really what I ultimately want, but my mind can't wrap. Like, the fact that the 11-year-old is starting middle school, and I know what middle school age ranges, the 12 to 14 age range, does to people. I mean, the fact that the 15-year-old survived to become the 15-year-old is the real miracle, because I was ready to kill him.
Yeah. And if you didn't, I was gonna.
Oh, y'all. Oh, my God, y'all. The animosity between the two of y'all from that through his freshman year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm just going to lock the two of you in this house. I'm going to move. Y'all have it. Whoever wins gets to keep it. Let me know. I'll come back. Just...
That's true, Silent.
I know, and I keep telling myself that eventually, supposedly, they do leave.
Keep eyes on the prize.
You know, I will not be surprised if I end up being one of those empty nesters who's like, oh my God, where did my babies go? I mean, I'll get over it in about 5 minutes when my grocery bill's like $50 for the week, but
Yeah, right?
yeah, 15-year-old becomes a 16-year-old in July.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was for once he was like, these are some things I think I'd like for my birthday, and I was like, baby, that's not happening for your birthday. Maybe that can be a Christmas present. I think your birthday present might be that you'll be allowed to test for your driver's license. Happy birthday! Also, I'll buy you a cake if you want.
See, Florida's the place.
Florida is the place. Kim, that I've heard not just of 22 and 23. I've heard of like older than that, and so that's why I say supposedly they leave. The oldest is chomping at the bit. If he thought he could get himself an apartment and be an adult tomorrow,
He felt himself to be an adult when he was 11 years old.
He did. He's always been the more mature one, though. The youngest one, I think, runs proud of here with a crowbar.
Yeah.
We'll be like, look, we found you a nice place to live.
Right.
We signed the lease. We've packed your bags. We've put everything in the U-Haul. Let's go.
Have a good life.
No. You know, Half Girl, when we lived in the Tampa Bay area, we did Groupons a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But there are no good ones where we live now. It is awful. Now, I bet we could find some good ones out of Orlando. And now that, you know...
But in this particular area that we live, there really is nothing.
I couldn't even find Groupons when I was trying to figure out who I wanted to go to for my hair or my wax.
Yeah.
I couldn't even find Groupons for that. So annoyed.
Yeah. We tried that when we first moved up here because we used Groupon a lot when we were in the Tampa Bay area.
Mm-hmm. We found some really fun stuff. We went to the Primate Sanctuary.
Yeah. Went to the Primate Sanctuary.
We went to a wine tasting.
We went to gardens.
A botanical gardens.
Botanical gardens in St. Pete.
Stuff off of Groupon.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. No, I think if between the two kids, I think if anybody's going to move out as early as they can afford to, which we do know that's a huge consideration, it will be the oldest.
Yeah.
He's been talking about when he's going to move out since he was really young.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of when I turned 18.
Oh yes, well you were getting away from insanity.
Yeah. As soon as I turned 18, I was out the door and never looked back.
Weren't your sisters like that?
Pretty much, yeah. 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 I
don't
know.
want to drive the children away.
Yeah.
Trying to do that.
My youngest sister, I honestly don't know, but middle sister, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, if he gets his license, if he passes his test, and he passes our comfort level, then he kind of, sort of gets keys to my Corolla. It's still my car. We're not putting anything in his name.
No.
We're hoping the Corolla will limp along until the youngest gets his driver's license. Because ding that fucking thing up, I already have. So I'm not going to be real worried about it. But, yeah. And here's $20 for gas money. That's it. That's all I can afford to give you. You better get the rest out of your allowance or go get a job. But he wants to get a job. He's like, he's like chomping at the bit for those kinds of things.
He's already talking about when he turns 16, he wants to start looking for a job. So
and
that's
technically,
good.
If there's a weird noise, I'm tapping my nails on the mic. Sorry, I realized what I was doing. No, he's motivated and driven. Technically, there are a few places around here that do hire 15-year-olds, but with there being a plague, I was like, no, this is not the time. You don't need a job, so you can wait. So.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of happy we do live in an area that has a much lower cost of living,
Yes.
because if he lives around this area, his first crap apartment should not be $1,200. It won't be cheap. It won't be like my first crap apartment that was $400. I mean, it genuinely was a crap apartment. Hole in ceiling for 6 months that did not get fixed. But God, that was 20 years ago. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He's motivated. He's driven.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. When you say a workshop, do you mean like a BDSM workshop? Or do you mean another kind of workshop, to last laugh? Because if you mean a BDSM workshop, then it could be anything from a class held at a dungeon to a Zoom class.
Mm-hmm.
But if you mean something else, just let me know. Let us know. But no. I've been seeing I haven't read the articles because I don't care, but I've seen a lot of headlines about a lot of people are moving to more mid-state middle of the country kind of places, just to get away from the high cost of living.
Cost of living,
I mean, we didn't live into the middle of the country, but we did move into the middle of the state for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Mr. Spock, I'm thinking probably by college, but I would probably even let him drive, since there's a 4-year age gap between him and his brother. I might even be willing to let him use the car into his first year of college. But yeah, the idea being, save up your money, buy a car. I'm gonna need this one for your little brother. So yeah, BDSM workshop, they come in all stripes. The most common way pre-pandemic was usually at a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be a person either doing a demo or literally walking you through hands-on, here's how to tie rope, or here's how to swing a flogger, or whatever.
Or all kinds of different aspects. Like I attended one tonight prior to being here. Was on positive reinforcement.
Yeah,
behavior modification.
Behavior modification.
Mm-hmm. And they just teach you things. It's like it's a class. It is what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
They have a number of conventions around, like they have Beyond Leather, and they hold you go for the weekend and they hold various workshops there. The local dungeon, whether here like the Woodshed or the Phoenix Club in Tampa Bay, they hold various workshops on all kinds of things. Pretty
and they
much anything.
Literally open up the dungeon floor. The lights are up. There's no play. There's chairs set out. You sit, you listen, you watch.
Right.
You learn whatever the topic happens to be.
Mm-hmm.
And usually they also leave time at the end for question and answer if whatever they were talking about, you had questions about it. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we've done a couple where we did a bedroom bondage one together.
Yes.
And at the end, like, they did a demo and they talked you through concepts. And then at the end, there was time for, if you had your own rope, you could actually practice, and they walked around and helped people practice a tie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when we say that's what we mean.
So they're classes. That's just got used to calling them workshops but they're classes. Mm-hmm.
And some are online and some are in person. And so I really, really, really hope the online classes continue, because they existed pre-plague, but they just weren't as popular as they have been. And I think that makes it more accessible, so you don't have to, if you live in an area where there's no real thriving kink community, you can still hopefully get the benefit of a larger community.
Mm-hmm. Would that be a kinky commune, Silent?
I mean, a commune, that involves other people. I'm just... And usually communes involve nature in some way, and I don't want nature touching me. Sorry. I mean, if by commune you mean I have my own space that is air conditioned, doors locked, windows closed, and nobody's allowed to come in unless I say so, and I'm mostly left alone and nobody tries to get me to do group projects, then, I could do a commune that way. Sure. Yeah.
And Heather, I think I agree with you. Like the workshop I attended tonight, I would have never been able to drive to Orlando.
Nor would you have driven to Orlando just for that.
No.
Yeah,
No. I mean, I always try to, when I did go a lot, I always combined it with work trip and, other things. But, it's kind of nice to be able to just sit down and, in the comfort of my own home and have a drink and, So, yeah, I hope that this is something that they do continue through, post-pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good service to the community. Now, there are kinky sex educators that you're not going to necessarily find just directly through FetLife or through a dungeon that are out there doing workshops. There's, oh goodness, the cats are fighting on your desk. Have fun with that. There's at least 2 people that I can think of. Luna Matatas, I think is how you say her last name. She's a sex educator. She's on social media everywhere, but she does different workshops, online workshops, usually through sex toy companies, and she'll talk about pegging, and she'll talk about flogging, and she'll talk about, I think she's got a class on sexy submission. And then Dirty Lola does all kinds of education stuff online too. And so sometimes it's in conjunction with sex toy shops that they'll get a kink or a sex educator to offer either in person or online stuff. So, but yeah. But yeah. It's 12:03.
I know.
The cats are fighting.
Yes.
Actually, they're ignoring one another right
now. Yeah.
Lola's posing.
Stretched
She
out
would like Jack to paint her like one of his French girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. We made it 2.5 hours. We made it to midnight.
We did.
So I mean, we gave you 3 extra minutes. Just saying.
Just to be sure.
So. Okay. Are we done?
I think so.
Okay.
I have to be up early, so.
And I'll be up early with you because. Because I can't sleep once you make noise. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Heather, you might as well just start your day now.
Right.
No, go to sleep. Sleep until the sun comes up at least?
Right.
I don't know.
It's the weekend.
Right.
Sleep in.
Okay, we're going to go, y'all. Thanks for being here. If you joined in the chat, great. Thank you. We love it. If you lurked and we were just background noise, or you were just like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm not really here, that's cool too. I do the same fucking thing. But we're going to go and deal with our crazy fur babies and get some sleep. And we will be around next week as usual.
Yeah.
Wednesday live stream, a video on Monday, podcasts left, right, and center, doing the thing. Okay. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.